Hello and welcome back to Reflexive Moon Tarot. Thank you so much for checking out my channel. I'm Sarah and I will be hosting this reading for the sign of Leo. So let's see what Mildred has to say to set the tone. And we have the wheel. So big wheels keep on turning. Proud Mary keep on burning. Are you rolling? Are you rolling in some funds? Or do you feel like you're in the right place at the right time? Because I would say that you are, if this card can be seen as an extension of the Wheel of Fortune. It's a good time for something for you, Leo. Oops. Okay, so I'll go with this flipper here. The Empress. You have a really great idea. So there's a really great idea that you have, and it might not come into complete fruition for like another 9 or 10 months. We have this card, like Venus is a strong force with the Empress. What else? It's having like really solid roots to grow, like for growth as well. Basically channeling your inner embodiment of the earth and using it, knowing when to tune out what doesn't work for you, the noise. Getting grounded and going out onto the land can also be helpful as well. We have the Agent of Wires. So there is someone jealous crossing your path on some level, I would say. If it's you, I would say that something that you're not confident in is probably the problem, and it's probably why you're not able to put your energy and focus into alignment and move on to like the Queen stage where you would be manifesting. So that's what you're working on. Like this new idea is gonna maybe take 9 or 10 months. And having confidence in what you're doing is going to be key and critical. And also knowing who's got your back and knowing whose back you should have as well in the process. So filtering out people that aren't working with you, aren't working for you, who you know that you cannot depend on, and hopefully learning those lessons or figuring out who those people are in the best way possible as opposed to the hard way. All right, so we have the Queen of Swords. So I feel like this card indicates that within you, or there could be a person that is affecting your situation as a whole, who isn't really directing their logic and reason in the right way, in the right direction, or just they could be overly critical for nothing, like basically criticizing you just for the purpose of making themselves feel better. I mean, like their critique of you could be valid on some level. Like maybe you have your own shit to throw into the situation. It's entirely possible and probable. Like we all carry our own piece or side of the story. So, however, that doesn't take away from whatever this person's negative reaction or negative behavior might be contributing to your inability to be, like it might be hindering your confidence is basically what I'm saying. And also this person can legitimately be psychologically abusive. So if that's you, like that's something, like you need to get your head straight, because like your air energy, like if you wanted to fuel your fire as a Leo, you need to make sure that it's clean air, that it's the good air, the kind that's going to result, like the kind that's going to create results, like that laser focus kind of air. Okay, we got 3 cards that came through here. So Agent of Cups or Knight of Cups, we have Judgment, and then the Emperor reversed. So this is This is like not the greatest, also not the worst. There has been a missed opportunity in your recent past. It could be that your emotion, like it sounds like your emotions are in a good place. Being able to focus your emotions, like, and your mind, as well as having the emotional energy. And there could be so many reasons why a person doesn't have the emotional energy. Like, life is real, and so is the bullshit that comes along with it at times. However, making sure that you are not allowing your drive or whatever goals that you're setting for yourself, or even if it's a lack thereof of goals, like your creative energy, your goals or lack thereof, if you don't pay attention and keep your emotions in check, because you may be feeling down and out over a missed opportunity for some reason, it's going to turn you into, like, don't let it turn you into an asshole, is basically the Emperor reversed, is like a controlling, not nice person. So figuring out how to avoid that, I would say, is critical. And I feel like maintaining like authenticity in your emotional realm is going to be the key to avoiding this, to avoiding a poor outcome if this person is you, or if this person is somebody outside of yourself. So let's see. I feel like we have a good attitude. Yeah, of course we have a good attitude. Leo has a great attitude always, because you know that you're the shit, you know? And what's great about, say, Leo compared to an Aries is that Leo like really loves the ego inflation, knows that they're the shit, but also understands that it's important for other people to know they're the shit, and that you knowing you're the shit is not the only thing that is important. It's not a character asset to have a massive ego. So that's what I love about Leos. And here we have the Executive of Wires. This is the King of Wands. This individual, this attitude, this force that you are manifesting within yourself, who is goal-oriented, who is all about also the process to getting towards those goals, actualizing them. This energy is critical to you manifesting this idea that you have. And this is the best type of energy. This is a confident energy, and this is the kind of energy that doesn't want to leave anybody behind. Doesn't want to leave anybody who isn't meant to be left behind. I will clarify that. Sometimes you have to leave people behind because they are not meant to go with you. And then we have the Lover. So again, self-love. Perhaps you need to connect, understand, and accept the balance between your masculine and feminine energies. The balance of what like self-love versus overconfidence brings into the situation. So other people either think that you are possibly too cocky or too egotistical and not and lacking in empathy. And you know, if that, like, that's a hard face, that's a hard front, right? It's not always going to work for you to have that. So in some situations, you're going to have to be understanding. And I feel like it's 100% possible for you to do that, Leo. Taming that beast is a possibility. Like, the lion loves their pride. Loves their pride in terms of like the pride of lions that they lead. So you got to show some love, because people feel like you're not showing the love. And then we have what do we got? The Knight of Swords. So this person is very witty and quick with their mind. Sometimes they talk back a little bit too much, or they can be a bit of a know-it-all. However, this Knight is also extremely creative and crafty with their words. So this is really like, this is the Knight that you want to have your back. This is the kind of person that you might want to be there for other folks. But this, like, what the biggest takeaway I feel like with the Knight of Swords is that they are like a really great messenger. They're also, what else? They're super creative and charismatic. So networking is this guy's power. And they may have a tendency, you know, if they're not being very healthy on an emotional level, to lean towards being a bit gossipy. But I would say that as in the upright position, that's not an issue. It's definitely hoping to have a really positive networking game and solution to put yourself out there in the networks. So then we have the Four of Coins. I kind of like this one in reverse. Sometimes when it's upright, it can be a little bit hoardy and having to, like, just having too much of a hold on what it is that you have, the assets that you've obtained. And it's sort of like, because it is a hoardy energy, it also indicates that you're attracting energy suckers or leeches. And when it's reversed, I would say that you're kind of freeing yourself up from that type of scenario for the purpose of leveling up. Now, in the sequence of the cards, what comes after the four is the Five of Pentacles, which is a bit of a desperate times kind of card. But again, this is in reverse. So I feel like, you know, prosperity and being ready to sort of let go of the frame of mind that can keep a person stuck and holding on to what they have, as opposed to seeing that what they have is an extension of what they need to grow. And so being able to let that go, that is key. But to clarify, we have the Two of Cups. So emotional balance, like, is the key. You may have a bit of a hard time balancing out those emotions, having the energy and focus at the same time. So how can we strengthen our emotions? Numbing out and avoiding feelings is just going to make it exhausting for you. So trying to move through your feelings as best as you possibly can, and having goals, emotional goals, to keep your waters warm, to learn how the best way to set goals, to like find and seek out, to figure out how to know what it is that you don't know. So with that, I'll leave it at that. And thank you so much, Leo, for checking this out. And we'll catch you next time. Take care and bye for now.